Uh, life is a system. What's good, YouTube? Vidal here today. We're back with another video for you guys, man. Um, today, today's title is gonna be "Life is a System." You know, life is a system, and how you how you live. You know, the decisions you make, the people you meet, everything you do is a system, bro. It's a system. Now, yesterday's video was very important, man. I titled it "Watch and Learn." But I'm posting on the same day, so it's like if you watch this video, you feel me? Just the video before this one, it was cool. Watch and learn, right? You feel me? And it was a very deep in video for you guys to just really understand what comes with living and what comes with actually ascending in this world and figuring out this truth. You know, a lot of people can't understand truth. You know, and that's off their mind. Their mind can't handle the truth. That is a real thing. The reason why that's a saying, like life is a system, reason why you can't handle the truth is even like a saying, a popular saying, is because it's true. You know, these things wouldn't be sayings if they didn't have energy like everything is energy, right? If it didn't have energy behind it, the truth, you know, if that didn't have energy behind it, it wouldn't matter. Obviously, like it wouldn't matter. Like things that have energy and like memory and something behind them matter, you know. um so life is a system, right? Going back to what I said, everything you do, everything you see, everything that happens is part of a system. um and I wanted to say this, right? Awakening and ascending, man, this comes with the most determined mind possible, bro. You have to have a determined mind to do this, because to do this and to really, and once you understand how to do this, you understand how still you have to be. You know, and to be still, right? To be still. I'm not talking literally. I'm talking about mentally in the mind. You have to be still. You have to understand. I'm talking spiritual. I'm talking energy wise. You have to be still. Like you have to stop and let everything happen. You know, that is how you truly ascend. Um, well, it's not how you truly ascend, but it's like part of it. Like it's not one thing that you do. Like it's never one thing that you do. It's never that. When people say that, it's never that, bro. There's so many things that go into it that it's hard for you to understand unless you are proactively doing it. Like this is the thing with these videos. This is the thing with these videos on the internet and shit like that. Like nothing is nothing is just what it is. Like, you know, there's about so many things attached to it that you can't just understand it. Nothing is just one thing, you know? And let's take that back into life as a system. Life is not just one thing. Life is life, you know, 70 on average 70 to 50 years. Like that is not just one thing. That is like 70 to 50 years of living, you know, experience. You know, life is not just one thing. Life is growing, life is experiencing things, life is this. And but what can be one thing is a system. Hold on, did I just say that? Okay, I mean a system could be multiple things too, but life is a system, bro. You know, and you have to just, you know, your life has to be a system. You know, life is a lot of things, but your life has to be a system. That is the gift of life. You know, you're able to create your system and your thing. You're able to do your thing. You're able to harness your existence. You know, you're able to explore this, right? this thing of life, this thing of the system that you create, this thing that will help you achieve things, like, you know, it'll take you down your path, your journey. That is what I mean by a system. Like, you create your own system. Life is a system. You have to be so still though to even understand this. You have to see that you are one thing out of infinity. Like, literally, I have to say infinity because there's no just thing I can say to make you grasp this. Like, once you understand infinity, once you understand one is in you, and just like you are one thing in infinity, once you understand that and just let go, you will step forward. You know, all it takes is that one step forward. You will you will slow down. You know, you will slow down. You will be more conscious slash open to new. You know, that is how you. That's how you go up in frequency. You know, that is how you put your energy behind something. You stop and just be open to it. You know, you stop and use your mind to it. You know, that's what's going to happen. That's what's transcending will do. So when I say life is a system, you got to look around you, man. There's so many systems going around. There's so many different things going around. It's not just one thing. There's so many different things going around that you have to create your own system. You have to be you. You have to just like, it's your pathway, bro. It's your pathway. And I'm finna end it off with Loki this saying right here. Not a saying, but just something I heard today. Um Man, look, once you do something right, there's gonna be people watching. There's gonna be people hating on you. There's gonna be people that don't agree with you. You know, you can't pay attention to that. You can't pay attention to that because one, they weren't in your system. They weren't in whatever it is that you planned out to do. Because for you to be able to attract other people's attention in that way, it means that you were able means that you're doing like means you are creating a system, you know. It means that like it's hard to break this one down, right? But I'm gonna just continue with what I was saying. You have to create your own system. You creating your own system will block out, like, you individually will block out everyone else, you know. You will block out everyone else, and that is why your system is going to work, because a lot of people's system, and we take it back, right? Your life is a system. A lot of people's systems involve other people, when that is life, you know. You got to detach. Remember how I said you got to detach yourself. Life is a system, you know. Your life is shared with everyone, but your system is your system, and a lot of people's system involves everyone. It's like putting fancy words behind just like, you know, um, working hard or whatever it is. It's putting fancy words behind it, but you know, that's for my niggas I hate, right? That's one for the haters, because the haters gonna be like, yo, this dude's just talking about working hard and shit. But like, you gotta put fancy words behind it so a nigga can really like, think. And if they don't think, they just gonna hate, and that's just what it is. But let me finish out that point though. It don't matter what they think because they're not part of your system, bro. And eventually, they will actually start to praise your system and try to use your system, you know? So let's take it back, right? All the way back. I mean, life is a system. Life is a lot of things, You can't really break down life. Like, it's a lot of things. It could be years, it could be you living, it could be health, it could be a lot of things, right? Boom. Life is a lot of things, but a system is something that you can design yourself. So that is something that you can't let no one else in that system because it's something that you can design for yourself. So boom, life is a system. You create a system for your life. Boom, right? Other people are going to, so let's just like turn the page, right? Other people are gonna see your system, right? But what they're not understanding is them seeing your system is them bringing you into their system. You can't do that. You can do that with life though. You feel me? But you can't do that with a system. So boom, you have to keep going on your system, you know, lock in on your system. And eventually people are gonna look at your system and wanna use your system. They're gonna wanna use your system, they're gonna wanna praise your system, they're gonna, and system can be, system is work ethic, system is just the things that make it, because it's your system. It's how, whatever it is that you designed your mind to, you can tune your mind, that could be, that is the system that you design. It could be whatever, right? That is the system that you design. You design your system. You, your life, your system. All right. Peace.